now, stop it. Yeah, I know, Robin. I know. Thank you very much. I know. Thank you. Thank you. Ugh. No, don't end the stream. What's wrong with you? Anyway, let me get my blanker screen taken down there. Oh, thank you. We know we're live. We know we're good. Thank you. Sorry, man. I'm getting these. I'm getting alerts all over the place. No, thank you for the sub. I appreciate that, Maddie. And like I said, I did watch that video last night. No, last night? No, this morning. Sorry. It looks like something I can handle. Hi, Joe. How you doing? Great to see you. And they've got a 6-video series for Movavi. I'll watch that whole series probably just to, so I have a better understanding. I don't mind editing. The problem is I got so much junk going on, not only in here, but at work, and it's I just don't have the time. That's why I love live streaming. I know it's lazy. I know it's, stealing content. All the other crap people like to say about live streamers. Well, you know what? I'm sorry. Call me guilty. I am a lazy streamer. All right? I challenge myself not to edit as much as possible. Oh, my shout out for the day. Woohoo! Yes. Get your Sinatra merch, man. He's got some really good stuff in his store. Some of it, I'm not all that crazy about, but hey, it's his store. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. Anyway, it's been a whirlwind of a day. I've gotten really nothing done work-wise. I love the fact that we're sitting here staring at me instead of something a little bit more enjoyable. So I'll just leave that up because it's a lot nicer to look at instead of my mug. Anyway, thought we haven't done a FIDs stream in a little while. They're getting a little hard to do because 2 channels that I like to pick on, I shouldn't say pick on. You're going to see one of them today. They're not crazy about me restreaming or reviewing their stream. I got a couple interesting little claims, copyright claims from them. So I'm not doing this to make money. Just so they know that if they watch this, I am not using your content to make money. This is just a hobby. We love birds. We stand birds in this channel. We love parrots. We stand parrots. Toucans are amazing. So if you don't like us watching your content as a bunch of friends, then you know what? Take it down. All right, take it down. Meanwhile, it's public consumption. I can do what I want as long as I make it transformative, which we do. We try at least anyway. So anyway, I thought I saw this today. I haven't seen this video. I saw the thumbnail. I listened to a little bit of it, and I'm like, oh, this one looks good. So I am going to be stopping some of these a little bit, just to make sure there's enough breathing room between. You know how this goes. So let's get right to it, okay? Shall we?
Watch this.
Yeah, I am gonna. Yeah, just leave it alone. What the hell? Give them a little bit of credit. Breaking Trail. It's actually a really good channel.
Wildlife Sanctuary
I'm not a sub, but I've looked at their
when it comes to Costa Rica's wild
their
animals
content
that are in need of help. Rescue, rehabilitate.
This is a little different, but we're getting to the FIDs part. Let me tune him down just a little
but what
bit.
about the animals who cannot make a full recovery?
Because he does have a rather large mouth. He speaks really loudly. Costa Rica.
Located in the coastal town of Dominical, El Turris also calls itself home to nearly 50 permanent residents. These animals.
I don't think that would be very comfortable sitting that way. Do you? with a branch up your ass?
Animals cannot be released back into the wild
No.
because of disability or severe
An anteater. How pretty.
And while some of these permanent residents
Look at that tongue.
prefer, it's sloth feeding time.
Oh
Many are
man.
actually
Green wings. Oh, Maxie.
the feathered kind. So this morning I will be sitting down for breakfast with one of their.
And no, not all birds are alike. There are some good ones and there are some really nasty ones.
Newest additions, a baby toucan.
Yes.
This is the real Fruit Loops right here. This is fresh cut fruit. What I'm about to do is feed it to a baby toucan. It smells really good. This looks like something that I would eat for breakfast. So I have a feeling that this toucan is absolutely going to love it. Oh boy, here he comes.
And remind me, Karina just dropped one too.
That is a baby toucan. I have never seen one of these before.
I have not either, to be honest with you.
So amazing. You look like a little dinosaur.
It's not all that young because they've got a lot of their pin feathers have grown out. So this is probably, I'm guessing maybe, yeah, he's got to be older than 8 weeks, guarantee you. So he's probably a couple months, maybe 2-3 months.
Look at that curious head.
And you watch your hands around these guys.
Now, if I was a mama toucan, I would come in with some fruit just like this.
In your gullet, and you would puke it back up.
There you go. Oh, he's eating a spoon. Look at that beak, quite the chomper. There you go, coming in hot. There we go. And although it's a juvenile, that beak could still give me a pretty good chomp, so I want to keep my fingers away from there.
Smart guy. Very smart guy. So if you were ever in a bird store and you come across birds like these, please keep your fingers out of the cage. If you want to keep them, don't stick them in the cage.
That's why I'm using a spoon. Here you go.
Smart.
When fully grown, the toucan's bill can be nearly 7 inches in length and will continue to evolve in coloration, being a mix of red, orange,
beautiful.
and green.
And it does depend on the species of toucan too, because the toucans too. Wow, that's a mouthful. Hi, Phoenix.
Okay.
Did you leave the door open? I hope not.
I have never fed a toucan before. It's the first time for everything. Did you know that Fruit Loops is actually my favorite cereal? And as a kid, I used to love Toucan Sam. So hanging out today with this baby toucan, getting to feed it real Fruit Loops, is a pretty cool experience. Oh,
that's pretty cool.
Spoon. He's trying to eat the whole spoon.
Of course he is. Well, if you understand how mamas feed their young, they stick their beak all the way. Yeah, it's really strange to watch, but yeah, no wonder the spoon is almost in his entire beak.
We've got all kinds of good stuff in here. We've got cantaloupe.
No, not right now. Oh, I love cantaloupe. Oh.
There you go. You got some of it on your beak. Look at those eyes. Look at how big and buggy his eyes are. And without the feathers fully developed on the neck, you can see the curve of that vertebrae. Look at the feet. You see that? You know what it looks like? It reminds me of a baby pterodactyl. These birds have what is known as zygodactyl feet, with toe sets facing in opposite directions. This foot structure, with 2 toes in the front and 2 toes in the back, allows them to easily maneuver in the lush rainforest canopies. And a baby toucan of this size, obviously up in the trees, it's very important that he uses these claws to keep himself in the nest and on the tree branches. Now this baby toucan eats 4 times a day, and quite a bit of food. Oh, I know, I hear you. More, he says. Okay, here you go.
I remember when we brought Maxie home. Maxie was a green winged of ours. Beautiful parrot. Oh man, he would eat so much food, it was disgusting. Not quite this bad, but close. Oh man, I used to just gobble. No, Phoenix, not right now.
It's always nice to have a friend over for a breakfast conversation. And right now we're talking about what it's like to be a baby toucan. It's a rough life if you fall out of the nest. If a baby toucan falls from the nest, it's almost certain to be picked off by a predator.
Yep.
However, in the case of this lucky little bird, it was found by a human who did the right thing and brought it to the sanctuary.
Bravo, bravo, good job.
The toucan will be able to be rehabilitated and eventually released back into the wild.
Down. Not right.
So
no, I said no.
Too acclimated to humans, but it is important that this bird does eat several times a day to keep up its nourishment.
What we should do is have commercials of the bouncy ball. Dancing Chantal. Oh, that would be funny.
Sloppy eater, you know that?
And I have to sincerely apologize. I'm wearing my crap shirt on camera, and I usually don't do that.
On the log, you got your mouth.
All right. You want to say hi?
Oh, look at his little tail. Look at that little tufter. Some more?
Yeah, he's got a ways to go.
Isn't it? This right here is the breakfast of champions.
Ah, shit.
Fruit for the Fruit Loops.
Now I sound like Hussy.
There you go.
Nope, that's mine. Get out of there. Now I sound like Miss Hussey. And I know it!
Because this toucan could not be returned to its nest, it will be raised in captivity and will become a permanent resident at El Toros.
Oh, I would love it. I would absolutely love it.
Or feathers, each and every member of this incredible family of animals is living a happy and loved life.
Oh.
How awesome is that? Spending the morning feeding
I love it.
baby toucan. I'm Coyote Peterson.
Yeah, sorry. He had to go.
Stay wild. Eat your breakfast. We'll see you on the next adventure.
And I've told you, they eat what we eat. We would buy pizza, they would eat pizza. We would buy a sub, they would have parts of the sub. There are certain things you can't feed them, obviously, but...
The El Toros Wildlife Sanctuary is constantly welcoming new volunteers.
This is a very pretty place.
Rehabilitation, and release of Costa Rica's beautiful animals. For more information on how you can become a part of the team, visit their website, eltoroswildlifesanctuary.org.
This is what my granddaughter wants to do for a living.
Check out the time I had an apple eating contest with the cassowary.
Oh,
and don't forget,
beautiful.
Subscribe to join me and the crew.
I may have to go find that video.
Whoa, did you guys just see that? I'm going to say that was 3 seconds. That cassowary literally just swallowed that apple whole.
Yeah, that's not really surprising, dude. It's all right. That was our rescuing of a baby toucan. I thought that was kind of cool. Let's see. We got this guy here. I'm sure there's clips. This is a compilation. So I'm sure there's clips in here that we've seen. But let's get to, shall we?
Why are you silly, Buddy Birdie? Oh, are you silly? What are you doing? Oh, boy!
Okay, that would be annoying.
What are you doing?
What's wrong?
What are you doing over there, huh?
I don't like seeing Not Again and Whelp Crapola.
Well, I'm waiting for you to...
Oh, shit. Okay.
You already are.
It should come back. I'm sure you can't hear me. Did we get struck for this one? Temporarily blocked because... There we go.
So I don't gotta wait anymore. Are you a monkey bird? I can get a peanut for you.
See what I mean? You have to be so diligent. Even the slightest... I posted the warning I saw in studio. So your stream is no longer being blocked due to copyright issues. So somebody was putting a copyright claim on the damn stream, either for the content or for music. Most likely... yeah, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say that's why I didn't start a new stream, because after the last time this happened, we learned that they will unblock you after the copyright stuff is done. So, I know. Everybody has a right to their own content and make money on their own content. I get that. It's certainly... I didn't hear any music that may have been copywritten, but I wasn't paying attention. This channel is not monetized. I have no desire to monetize it. It's not really my channel. It's one I'm using temporarily and plan to give up once I'm back on my regular channel. And I don't want any strikes on this channel. And I'm trying to behave myself. So I didn't monetize it specifically because that will ding you really bad.
I can get you peanut.
Besides, I can't monetize it 25, 26 users anyway.
You're a monkey bird?
It does a monkey pretty well, actually.
What?
Okay.
I can get you one. Oh, boy.
That's also why I put the damn copyright-free music in the background, too, because... Anyway. No, Phoenix, not right now, buddy. Not right now. Not right now. Thank you. No. We'll eat in a little bit. I have no idea what I'm having for dinner.
What? What do you want? Hello there, what do you want? I can get you peanut. Are you hungry?
Peanut?
Are you hungry? What? You want some water? Hello there.
It's got a pretty good vocabulary.
What do you want?
It's pretty good.
Oh, you need more food and water? Oh. What kind of food and water do you need? Huh? You need the kind that you can eat or you
So I
look
guess
at
I just
the
need to
picture.
stay off of that channel or something.
Oh.
Cut it before the ending and cut the beginning off. Do just the content and skip the intro and outro. But again, I don't typically watch these beforehand, so that's my bad.
What?
I just want to watch them and have an original reaction, kind of like you. You know what I mean? We'll see.
Oh. You need more food and water.
Okay, if we're going to do an hour of this is going to get boring real quick.
Hello?
I thought this was a compilation.
What?
Oh, this is just Buddy. Oh,
I
okay.
know you're a monkey bird.
Never mind.
Oh, something funny? You like that, huh? What? Oh, yeah. We got a car outside. Ooh.
He's slipping on that chair. Be careful. He's about to make a mess.
Hey, come here. Can you turn around for me? Oh, can you turn around for me?
Hello.
There you go. Come on, can you turn around? What? I can get you a peanut. You're pretty.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. At least you ate something. At least you tried to eat something. That's like me last night. I was frantic. I couldn't figure out what the hell to make, and finally it was 10:30 going on 11, I think. I found some lasagna, so I ate that like an hour before I went to bed.
Good birdie. Oh.
But I know the dogs will like it when you share.
What, baby? What? You're pretty. You want some water? I know you're a monkey bird.
I love the monkey stuff. That's so cute.
Okay. Oh.
Obviously, he was taught that. He didn't pick it up. Well, I shouldn't say obviously. I would assume
How are you?
he was taught that. I don't think there's any live monkeys in his household.
Oh boy. Oh boy. What?
Well, you know how that goes, Maddie. When you're at your parents' house and they say manja or eat or whatever you say in your family, you sit down and you eat and you do what you're told and placate them. You know that. Just eat slow, eat small portions. My parents do that to me too.
Hello.
Well, my mother does it, but my dad does.
Who are you screaming at? You want a peanut? You're a pretty bird. Oh boy. Hello there. What, buddy bird? You're a monkey bird.
It was like a gnat or something just flew in front of me, unless it was just in my eyes.
I know you're
Which is not surprising.
That's why you hang upside down in your cage. And you swing around like a monkey.
Our Moroccan cockatoo used to do that. That fucker would hang upside down in his cage and was like, "What are you doing?" He'd just be sitting there swinging back and forth. Weird bird. He was a weird bird.
No. Are you afraid?
Hello.
What you doing over there? Well, I'm waiting
I
for
like
you
that's
to
cute.
say something else funny.
What you
yeah,
doing over
Go
there?
ahead. Oh, what, buddy?
Oh, hi, baby.
You're just being silly, huh? You're just playing with me, huh? What are you doing over there? Well, I'm waiting for you to say something else funny. Hi. What are you doing over there? I'm waiting for you to say something funny. What are you doing over there? I'm still waiting for you to say something funny. Oh, boy. Oh, blah, 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 blah.
I love a parade.
You like frito banditos too?
Ay, 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 ay. I am the frito bandito.
Hi, buddy. You're a monkey bird still.
Hello.
Hello.
Alright. Let me pause this real quick. We'll come back to Buddy. We'll come back to Buddy. Don't have no fear. Have no fear. Have no fear. We'll come back to Buddy in just a minute.
Before we start the video, I just want to give a quick shout out to all video and future videos.
I'm just gonna piss this guy off totally.
Before we start, I must warn you guys, this is going to be a long, disjointed episode.
And we're not watching this whole episode.
And hopefully you guys have a lot of.
Alright, you know what? We're gonna kick you up for a little bit. Maybe we'll kick you up a little higher. We've seen these guys before.
I have all 3 birds out. This is a disaster waiting to happen. 2, 3.
This is where the fun begins.
Hey guys, Disembodied Brock here to give a special shout out to our top tier patrons on Patreon and let you know that we. Alright guys, well it's about that time.
I don't care about your Patreons, dude.
Whole first meeting thing a little bit differently because I'm not sure how she is going to react to the other birds and we want everything to be safe. So for now I've moved the quarantine enclosure out here into the living space. I'm going to have to set up a more permanent, at least sleeping area for her with the other birds in the other room. But before I do that, I want to see how she's going to react to the other birds first, because that's going to determine whether I need to create more.
Yeah, you definitely have. You definitely want to do that.
So we're going to start with Maeve, since Maeve's already in here investigating. Come here. Okay, I just went and got her because she was kind of nervous. So.
Maze is wondering, why is she in that cage? And why am I out here? Little territorial, not too bad. Ooh, ho, ho.
That was not very nice.
Well, what do you expect? I mean, they don't know one another. What age is this video?
That kind of changes the whole dynamic that we have here, unfortunately. So,
2020. I would have thought they'd be getting along by 2020.
It's okay. What the threshold is.
I'd be really careful, dude. Yes, Phoenix, I hear you.
Okay, she doesn't want any parties, I'm sorry. We'll let some time pass and see if Maeve continues to stay in this area and investigate and all that kind of thing. We'll come back to Maeve later, but that's not. And Beatrix is kind of regurgitating her food a little bit, which tells me she may be a little nervous. Although she seems fairly normal right now. What do you think about her? Huh?
She's nervous. You can tell by the way she's hopping around the cage.
Surprised Maeve hasn't blown off yet, actually. Maeve is very interested in her. But we're going to keep a distance, and I don't think Maeve's going to jump onto her enclosure, but if she does, on the top I have a piece of plexiglass that will separate them. Because that's where she'll jump to. So.
Duh.
Let's try 2 blocks and see what happens. Go back in here. Now, with Tupac, I probably don't need to be quite as nervous because he's like 3 times her size, but we're still gonna. And his beak
He's
is much longer, too,
gorgeous.
so he has more of a buffer zone.
That beak is just beautiful.
I just want to see if she'll try to intimidating, isn't he?
What we used to do is we would just let them all out. We would not do this. We would let them all out and let them figure it out. And they usually do. They usually do. Now, we would keep the parrots away from the cockatoos. We kept them separate because I've probably told you before, but cockatoos tend to have a lot more dander than the parrots do. So I couldn't keep them in this room. The computers would suck all that shit into it, and the fans would get, it'd be gross. There was always a slight film on the walls around the cages from all their dander. It's just natural. I don't think Maze wants any company, dude.
Which is fine. I mean, it's normal for them to snap at each other, but I don't want them to injure each other quite yet, because once...
Quite yet? Quite yet? You never want them to injure each other, ever. Silly goose.
When they're in their flock dynamic, and they all consider each other family, they will fence with each other, and that's a perfectly normal thing. But when a toucan doesn't consider that bird part of their flock, they're less likely to snap at the beak, which is what they would normally fence with. So, like I've noticed with all the toucans that I've had and experienced, if they consider you part of their flock, they will only ever bite at your hands, which can be painful, don't get me wrong, but that's way better than, them snapping at your face or any other part of your body, for that matter.
Well, no shit, Sherlock. Tell me something I don't already know. But I'll tell you what, even taking my hand in your beak, it's gonna hurt like hell.
Sure. So they kind of I guess they kind of figure out that you manipulate things with your hands the same way they manipulate things with their beaks, and so that's what they go for. They won't try to bite you in the face and stuff like that. You know what they do?
They tend not to. Not all. Not all.
For the toucan that doesn't consider you part of that dynamic, I mean, there's no barriers. Like, she's already bit my nose and stuff. I have to be way more cautious with her because, I don't want her biting Maeve's.
Yeah, I'd keep an eye on her.
Or something like that, and then somebody getting hurt, and vice versa, because Maeve could start to be defensive as well. So the best course of action would have it an area like this where she can see me interacting with the other birds and the other birds interacting with each other. She hasn't been a part of any social group in her life, which is not a good thing for a social animal, Being isolated in a cage...
Well, if you picked it up as a baby, yeah, of course not. You've removed it from the breed.
By yourself.
Or from the brood.
Would not be good for you.
Excuse me one moment.
You, and it especially wouldn't be good for a bird. It wouldn't be good for us either.
Stabby.
You know what I'm trying to say. They're social animals, they need a structure, they need to...
I need more of them.
Dynamic works, and if they've never experienced that, then they can behave unpredictably. So, I want her to be able to see the other birds out here and interacting with me and how everything's fine and chill and they play.
He's not doing anything wrong. His approach is a little weird, but I get it. I get what he's doing. That you need to be very careful of. That you need to be really careful of. You want to freak Maze out? That'll do it. But he said something about having a piece of plexiglass up on top.
So I want them to be able to see each other and kind of interact, but get used to seeing each other without the potential circumstances that would lead to them hurting each other. So I have an idea of how
I get that.
Up for now, so that they can see each other and even interact to an extent, but not like touch each other. Maeve's enclosure is a double macaw cage. Actually, it's the biggest possible bird cage without it being a walk-in aviary that you can possibly buy.
I had 2 of those. They're expensive as shit and they're big as hell.
So it came with a divider, and I'm thinking for the time being, we'll put the divider in, and not only put the divider in, but cover part of the part where they can,
I do like his t-shirt, by the way.
Cover that with plexiglass, like a thin plexiglass like this, where it's flexible enough.
Hi, Lux. How are you?
Maeve.
Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping. I haven't seen you in a while. You been all right? Hope things are going well for you.
But it'll keep them at bay for now, where they can't interact with each other.
Yeah, we're going to move off of this guy here real quick.
Here, I will probably leave this here for me.
I mean, he's got a lot of useful, interesting information, but his voice is just, to me, it's rather monotonic, kind of like me. So.
I'll probably leave this out here so that she can watch and see everyone interacting together and see them being outside the cage, because that might motivate her to want to be outside of it as well. Don't jump up there. Okay. All right. Ooh, hey. Come on. I might have to discourage May from jumping up there.
Yes, that would be a good idea.
I don't know. I'm figuring things out as I go.
Oh, don't call me
There's
that.
not really any guide or anybody that I can ask on how to do this stuff, unfortunately. I mean, 3 different species of toucan. And one
Long
house,
time no see.
environment that's, you know, in a house environment hasn't really been done. But toucans flock with each other in the wild. They flock with other species of toucans.
Isn't that cool?
So we have their biology.
It's almost like the goat trees over in the Middle East.
On our side, you know, they will tolerate and accept other toucans. Even
That's
if
what
they're
I
not
want to
the
know.
same species.
Where the hell you been?
So it's only a matter of time for us to figure out.
I do respect the fact that he does not clip the wings. I really respect that.
What works, what
A
doesn't.
lot of people do, and
How we can safely get everybody acclimated to each other. Tupac's probably not much of a. You know,
in my opinion, that's like removing a cat's front claws. You know what I mean? Just doesn't. You kind of make the cat a non-cat. I don't know.
worry as compared to Maeve, because Maeve's more in line with her size. But you know, I don't suspect that she'll go anywhere near Tupac because he's too big, and Tupac won't go near her because you know he doesn't really go near her. Tupac's generally pretty passive.
We all know that those are fake, though, right? I mean, I like to think that they're real, but yeah, it's been debunked, unfortunately.
So,
Which I think kind of sucks. You just leave the myths alone, you know?
we're gonna have to play it by ear. But the first thing we want to do is get her used to the idea of being outside the enclosure, and get her friendly with me, and then at least be able to observe the other birds. I don't want to introduce them to each other until I have a relationship with her where I can break it up if I need to. Because, like I said, for toucans, fighting is normal. That's how they fight. You know, it's like 2 kids wrestling. You know, it's like somebody could get hurt. But,
All right, where are we at? You can tell I'm not being a very patient person today. We got another 20 minutes into this video? Oh, no, my friend, I'm sorry. I don't want to bore my friends with... We'll come back, but there's only so much I could take sometimes. Now, you really want to see what it feels like to get bit by a bird?
See those little...
They're serrated. They're serrated. Not all of them, but most of them are. They're serrated. Just a little...
Damn it. Really freaking hurts, man.
Dookie say little monkey in trouble. George, investigate.
Now, honestly, I've never owned a toucan. There is a toucan in Phoenix, Arizona that I wanted to buy a number of years ago, but it was a little too expensive. Because buying adults can be, yeah. Anyway, but I've had a number of birds in my lifetime, and it's not like that. It really isn't.
They should all be destroyed.
Hey guys, it's Brock. So, what you're about to see...
All right, so if he comes after me and tries to claim a copyright claim on this video today, I'm going to throw that shit right back in his face. Because that's a commercial movie. I'm not so sure you should be showing clips.
Is something that's completely done for demonstrative purposes.
I mean, he seems like a nice guy.
Way to show
I really want to encourage him, if he already hasn't, to get on his guitar and start streaming that shit.
you guys what it looks like when a toucan bites. Now, Maeve and Tupac don't really do that as often. At least Maeve doesn't really at all yet. But it's something that's harder to catch on film, especially because it's mostly in the moment, and she was behaving this way because, if you don't know, Beatrix is a rescue and she's new to the house. And the good news is, she's now out of quarantine. That's right, guys, so you will be seeing a video of her reacting to the other birds and reacting to her first time outside.
Okay, I got it now. I didn't realize she was sick when he got her. Okay, I get it.
In
I get
the
it.
main living area, very, very soon. If not this week,
You know what, Lux?
early next week. So I'm
You're
gonna be
you're
working
you're
on that
100%
all this
correct.
week. What else is there to say? If you want to
100%
support
correct.
us, we're working on trying to move to a toucan merch like this. It all goes to helping us out. And Tupac's being a good boy right now. There'll be a stark contrast between what you're about to see and Tupac. So toucans are they're not good pets, guys. And I know it's hard to believe from what you're seeing of Tupac right now, but you know Tupac has been worked with constantly. What can I say? If you don't believe me, go check out Bird Trick's video along the same line. She has one where their toucan Rocco is biting her husband, and she has a lot of great information in there.
No.
And I think they really do good by Rocco. She's one of the few people I would say on the internet, whether on YouTube or Instagram or whatever else, that
I couldn't
does
tell.
well by
I
her.
couldn't tell what that emote was, so I had to kind of like take a close look. Like I couldn't tell because I don't have my glasses on. I can see the text, but I can't see that emote. Was really confusing me.
The birds, and her toucan is an especially good
If you
help.
want one,
I'm thankful for her
do you like your fingers?
and her contributions to showing people what it's like. And what more can I say other than enjoy the video and enjoy watching me get tortured by a toucan, basically. So, we'll see you soon, guys.
I'm looking forward to it. I really am because been there, done that.
So we have Beatrix here, and obviously, as you guys know, she has a little attitude problems. She hasn't been with us for long. I've never gotten a chance to show you guys what.
Well, that's actually a really good question. So when I was looking at the one toucan that I wanted to buy and add to our family, he was, if I remember correctly, $1,800. So here's what happens: when they're babies, they tend to be more expensive. As they get older, they tend to get cheaper, which is a really weird thing but if you think about it, it makes perfect sense. Because if you want to own one, you want to buy it as a young bird. You want to buy it as a baby. 6 to 8 weeks, maybe a little older. That's about it. That way they get to know you and your home and all the pets and everything. If you buy an adult, yeah, all bets are off. Because it's all that experience that they have. They're bringing that baggage with them. So a lot of bird stores recognize that and will discount them a little bit. But they can be thousands of dollars.
A real toucan bite looks like. So I'm hoping maybe she's going to do that now. Well, I mean, I'm hoping not also, but she's acting like she wants to bite. So might take one for the team just so you guys can see what that looks like.
You know, Joe, he's never going to stop. Joe, he's never going to stop. He's never going to learn. He's going to come right back with another account like he already has, and it's going to continue. The cycle is going to continue. And there's no way to stop him because he can't stop himself. So Twitter kicking him off isn't going to matter. He'll come right back. They all do. We all do.
So I'm just going to approach her slowly. It's alright. I mean, the goal is to not have her bite me, obviously, but it's likely that she's going to.
Yeah, because if you look at that beak carefully, I don't know if you can see my mouse, but all along this edge, look at that. See how it's very uneven? Those are serrations. Oh my God! And if you pull your hand out, oh, you're gonna bleed. You're gonna bleed. Ah! Oh, I like the noise. How pretty.
See how she's pointing her beak up like that? Like kind of how we talked about in that video of Maeve? Alright, I'm going to actually let her bite me now. She will jump at you also, like a little freaking spear. And it's not, you know, I mean, it's not the most calming experience, I'll say that.
That's an interesting way to describe it. I would keep the hardware away from the.
You're okay.
You're on a slippy floor.
Bite. See how she shakes?
Well, she's on a slippery floor. She can't stand you, dumbass. Put her on the carpet where she can actually feel like she's stable and sturdy.
It's okay. Ah. Ow, 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 ow. See those little... Ow, 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 ow. Damn it. Really freaking hurt.
Total dicks.
See those little serrations?
Oh, wait till Friday. Wait till Friday. We're going to do... Friday, we're doing another moderator's choice. Hopefully. Hopefully. We'll see. We'll see. If and this is when a moderator of the channel just picks all these random videos and throws them at us, and we just have fun watching and reviewing and reacting and commentating. Last week's moderator... Yeah, we actually went down for a little bit. But there was a video that... we watched. Fucking hilarious.
She's got there on her beak.
It was about how cats are dicks. It was great. It was great.
Yeah, it's not very pleasant. Now imagine you're somebody that is not familiar with toucans and has one and doesn't give it a lot of attention like I do Tupac and Maeve, and you come home to this, and you know you can understandably, ow. You can see why.
That's actually a good point.
The best pets.
That's actually a really good point.
You gotta work
those digits are rather close.
Be mauled like a freaking velociraptor.
First of all, you wouldn't come home and the birds be out of their cage. I highly doubt you leave the birds out when you leave the house. If you do, I think you and I need to have a word. Okay? You just don't do that. It's bad practice, my friend.
By these animals. Now imagine this, but Ripley size or Tupac size. Ripley would do this from time to time, and it's just how they get when they're hormonal, even if they are bonded to you or consider you their flock. Right now, Beatrix is pretty scared. She doesn't know me that well, and it's understandable that she wants to bite. I don't blame her. I'm a big, scary man, but...
No, you're not. Not unless your name's Gigi. You're not scary.
I'm hoping I can work with her enough where she's not going to do this to me, at least not as much. And here, see if we can get focused here.
I can see it on the knuckle. Eh, who cares? Honestly, I've had worse. I've had a lot worse. Where I've bled. I don't see any blood, dude. As long as you ain't bleeding, you're good.
Focus in on it. But
that's the thing, though. With those beaks in particular, you do not pull your hand out. You pull your hand out of that beak, you're going to get cut. Okay? The serrations are very, very sharp.
She tore it up pretty... I have pretty thick skin. If I had normal or thinner skin, I would...
Excuse me? Everybody has the same thickness of skin. This is a medical fact, dumbass. Christ. I got thick skin. If I had thinner skin... Alright, alright. Now you're starting to tick me off.
And she'll actually, like, freaking jump at you. She can't really fly, but imagine if
not yet.
She would
That's
fly
coming.
at you as well.
Wait till she can fly, then you're really in trouble.
Alright, we're going to try it again. This is for science. Ah.
Yeah, I mean, that's their primary weapon, so...
We're my bedroom back here, because she can't be around the other birds right now. So I apologize that it's messy, but, you know, we gotta work with what we got, right?
Don't scare her, man.
Especially if I came at her quickly, she would not...
She would not take to that very well.
So that she couldn't really get her beak around it as easily, or something like that. It's less threatening, like if I'm like this, if I'm pointing my hand at her like this, it's more like a beak.
I do see it's swollen right here now.
Don't want to do that. I always approach toucans, even Tupac and Maeve mostly. I'll approach them with my hand in a less threatening manner, kind of like
touche,
that.
Maddie, touche.
She got me on my thumb there a little bit. And
I've had a lot worse.
Tupac and Maeve wouldn't bite me even if I did that. I can move pretty quickly around them, and they trust me enough. They know I'm not going to attack them. But she's a little bit different. They're very fast. I'm just going to try to touch her.
It even looks worse in that shot. It looks a lot bigger. It looks more swollen. Like poke it with a pin, maybe it'll bleed. She's gonna hurt you, man.
She wants to bite.
She's gonna hurt you. And unlike my Malamute, who I used to let, I would hold my arm out here and he would come and bite my arm and we would go down on the floor and tussle and rustle. And he knew he never broke my skin. Ever. Used to drive Maggie crazy. She's like, oh, what are you doing? Why are you being so rough? I'm like, I'm not being rough. We're wrestling. This is fun play. He loved it. He loved it. Never once broke skin on me. Our birds, different story. I bled so much.
Sock out of the way here. This was a non-prepared video, so
he does.
Apologies for the mess. Scoot back a little bit.
Catch me outside. She is beautiful though. Those colors on that beak are just amazing. Oh! See what he did? He came up from underneath. They're quick. They are really frickin' quick. Woohoo! See? She wants nothing to do with this anymore.
She didn't really back down either. I mean, she turned her back to me just now, but she's not running away.
She did that because you're annoying her. I really would suggest you stop. Just the thought.
I've been feeding you blueberries. Why do you hate me? I know I give you medicine, and it's not very fun. You don't want them to get that thin part of your skin there, that's for sure.
I think I told Karate this one time, but we had a rescue. Buddy was a Malaccan cockatoo, and when we rescued him, he was probably in the neighborhood of 10 years old, maybe a little bit older, maybe 12. It's really hard to age birds, and also sex birds. It's really difficult. When we went over to the house, we picked him up, we tore down his cage, we brought him home. We brought his cage with him, so he was familiar with the cage that he was going to be in, and he was so fucking nervous. Oh my God. And every noise he had ever heard in that household that we pulled him out of, he could replicate. So the cappuccino maker, he could do a cappuccino maker. He could do dog barking. He could do all kinds of weird shit. But I was the only one he would trust. I don't know why. Maggie was usually the one that bonded with the birds. The birds didn't mind me, but Buddy was like my bird. I don't know why. And he was on my arm one day. He came down, and I don't know if you can see, my veins kind of stick out because I'm a semi-thin guy. Not real thin, but I am sort of thin in upper torso. And came down and dug with his beak underneath my artery that you can see going across. Oh my God. That was the most excruciating pain I've felt in a long time.
Now, if you were a parrot or another animal...
I think you're right, Joe.
Or
human,
another bird.
0.
You can imagine
Toucan,
how that beak
1.
might do some damage, even though they can't put a lot of PSI down on their beak, like clamping.
Not yet.
They can do a lot of damage with that shake.
Further back towards the jaw you go, you bet your ass they can bring the torque.
And that twisting, and their necks are very strong. Well, we got to get you back in your enclosure, little girl.
You've been teasing her, and
I was hoping to
good luck with that, man.
Tonight before we went to bed, but
so a way to do that: get a stick in your hand, like a regular, like about that long. Hold it in your hand, put it down, let them jump on the stick, and take the stick over to the cage, and that's how you can do it.
You're going to be ornery.
I really wouldn't have put. You've pissed her off enough, man. Look at the eye. Look at the eye. She's like, I'm gonna bite you.
We need to put you up, okay?
That I would recommend my suggestion. I'm just giving you a piece of my. Oh!
Okay. Stop that. Hey.
And that's how you do it. And then scoop up underneath, grab her, and put her in her cage so she can calm down.
So I'm not hurting her. Don't worry.
Oh, we know that. Just grab her and put her in her cage. You're scaring the shit out of her, dude. I know she's much older now, But I would not have done this.
This is how I'm going to have to get her to go back in her cage. I'll hold her beak gently like this. And then I'll put
And
my
he's not
arm
hurting
around
her. He is
feet
not
and
hurting her,
just let
folks. He
step
really
up
isn't.
And then put her back in her enclosure.
She doesn't like it,
Show
but he's
that
not
to you
hurting her.
guys real
Oh.
quick before I do it. Hey.
You have to be quick, though. And I would be really careful about that camera equipment.
I don't know if I want to start fencing with her yet, because she's in attack mode. She's not in fence mode. She's actually trying to hurt me.
Yes, she is.
So it's not a
Well, because you're purposely...
matter of who's dominant and who's not, who belongs where in the pecking order. It's more like, you are a threat to me and I want to kill you. See, I just put my hand down here. Look at her looking at it. See her eye?
Because you're intimidating her with the hand. That's a sign of intimidation, and birds don't like that, especially skittish birds. And she is extremely skittish right now. And very scared. Dude.
We gotta get you back up. But we wanted to show everybody what it's like when a toucan is ornery.
Al Greenwing used to do this.
You're very
Not bite and stuff, but he would refuse to get back in his cage. He was a little bitch.
Like I said, guys, they can do damage. Now imagine, it's one of the many reasons I say do not get them as a pet.
Imagine if she were an adult.
Because if she was doing this to her previous owner, I can understand, you know, they don't have time to spend with them like I do. I do this for a living, so...
See, that comment makes me curious. What do you mean you do this for a living? I don't understand it.
You know, if they were doing this every time they put their...
Oh, you're a full-time YouTuber? Is that what you mean by you do this for a living? Or you raise toucans for a living? I don't think the latter is true.
Hand in the cage, like, that wouldn't
Excuse
be
me.
fun. Not at all. You gotta... Okay, that's delicious. Perfect. Oh, you don't want that blueberry? You're gonna cough up the blueberry I gave you earlier? Just out of spite? You're a naughty little thing.
I stand this bird.
We'll do one more
I stand this bird.
try with the bite here, just so you guys can see again, because I don't really want to do this.
Don't do that again. Please,
But I want
put
you guys
her
to
in the
be able to
cage.
See what it looks like.
Please put her back in her cage. And there's another one, and there's some more.
Why do you keep doing that? Are you nervous? Is that why you're throwing them up?
Duh. You're scaring her.
Well, we need to get you in your cage.
And she's got more. You can see the gullet's full.
Give her
The
medicine.
gullet is full.
Maybe
She's got more down there.
Or something, I don't know. That mostly looks like the skin, but...
Woo-hoo-hoo! Man!
Okay, that's it. We will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.
All right. I really enjoyed that one. I liked actually watching him get hurt. And if you're watching this, dude, trust me, been there, done that. Not with a toucan, but very similar. God, if you had ever met Maxie, oh my God, his beak was a power tool. Holy Christ. Anyway, ow, a little bit of pain here. Let's see. I don't know if I want to go back to watching him torture poor Maisie. Let's see what we got. Yeah. We know. But, oh God, he's got a boatload of frickin' videos. Let's go back to Buddy for a few minutes. What? What's the matter, Phoenix? I am the frito bandito.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm getting my clothes on. You already got all your
And it's such a beautiful beak. Not a bad vocabulary, actually, for Buddy. I'm impressed.
What?
Usually it's the
I know you're a monkey bird.
usually the grays are far more talkative.
Hey. What are you doing over there?
They're the easiest to train. I know that.
You're a silly bird. Hey, Blighty. I'm right here. You want some water for you? Fresh food and water. I'm right here.
Aw, I need food and water.
Do you need? I know you're pretty.
Let's see if I can do something real quick and quirky here while we're watching this guy. Let's see.
Wow, 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 wow. Wag, wag, wag.
What the hell is that?
What?
Alright.
What's so funny? Oh. Oh, just wait. Pretty, 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 pretty.
Pretty bird, pretty bird, pretty bird.
You really are a monkey bird, huh?
Oh my god, that was scary.
What? Hello.
See if I can actually find this.
I'm getting dressed somewhat. What are you doing over there?
The limits of your vision with Verilux at your local...
Did I tell you to play the audio? No, Phoenix, not right now, dude.
Same thing as last time. Wow, 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 wow. What's your name? Well, say it, Dan. Same thing as last time. Same thing. Who's a pretty birdie? Oh. What, lady? What can I do for you?
There you go. You can listen to Buddy. You can watch my man dance. And we can listen to some music. How awesome is that?
Won't be a monkey bird again. Okay. Oh.
I couldn't resist. I couldn't help myself. Something just kind of put it into my head. I know you. If you don't like Trump, I'm sorry. I apologize. And it's not whether you like Trump or not. His dancing is amazing.
Hello. What's so funny? Same thing. Huh? Same thing as last time.
I know. This is for you, Joe. He changes his style a little bit occasionally, if you notice that.
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
I'm gonna have to learn his. I'm gonna have to learn his steps, man. He's a little older than me, but I think I can do. I think I can replicate it.
All right. Okay. I don't mind. Woo! Careful. Boy, you almost fell. Hello there. Oh, wow, 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 wow.
Not right now. What we do need. What we do need is Joe Biden to have his own dance. I think that would be hilarious.
How are you? You feel wow?
Well, I'm old. I should be able to do that. Yeah.
Hello.
Boat. I'm sorry. I just had to do that. I apologize.
Yes, buddy. Oh.
What are you doing over there?
What are you doing over there?
Just hanging out.
What are you doing over there? Huh?
I'm just hanging out, just like I said. What are you doing over there?
No, that's the wrong
No
video.
problem.
What the hell is that?
I know.
I don't even know what that is.
What do you got?
Jeez, oh man. Boomer, learn to use the software.
Hey,
Well,
what are you doing over there? What you doing over there?
there is that, Joe. There is that.
Oh,
Hello. What you
I
doing
have
over
you
there?
first.
He would. I think you're right. Let's see if this brings up any more suggestions in our list here.
Mario. Oh. Hello? Hello? Mario. Hello? How are you? Pusiku. Pussy?
Not all birds talk. Okay, I hope people really realize that.
Cool. Pusiku. Pretty bird.
I don't think I'd have the birds hanging to me in the bathroom. That's cute. That's really cute. I am really curious as to what the playback's going to look like when we were blocked and when we came back. I don't know how YouTube handles that time spans in a video, so it should be curious. And I hate watching my own videos. Good one, Maddie. All right, now I'm going to poop on you. Never face a bird from that direction. Bad news will happen all the time. If that bird lifts her tail, watch out. I think it's Spanish. I wish I spoke Spanish. I don't understand what he's saying. Cuánto, cuánto, cuánto. Oh, I thought this was being filmed from the inside of the shower. Somebody's oh, that's creepy. That's creepy. I'm sure it's set. Well, maybe not. Thank you. Yeah, I took French. I took French in high school and college. Don't care to speak it anymore.
I love you, baby. I love you, baby.
I'm not sure. It's part of a song. I'd have to actually look the song up, to be honest with you. What? Why are you bothering me? I'm busy. You know, take 2 hours out of my day. I take a break from work. It's like I just want to relax. I want to have a beer. I want to chill for just a couple hours. And what is so wrong with that? Why does it? Definitely a little chatty Cathy. More so than me today. Today's today, Tuesday.
Hola, amigo. Hola, amigo. Escuchando. Caragua, Nicaragüita, la flor más linda de mi querer, abonada con la bendita Nicaragüita.
That would absolutely do it. Nothing works like a little bit of incentive. You know what I mean?
I want him to look this way.
Ay, Nicaragua, Nicaragüita, la flor más linda de mi querer.
It's actually really pretty damn good. It is amazing that they can vocalize. It really is. Of course, they don't understand what they're saying, but so you're not going to have a valid conversation with a parrot. It's not going to work. Sometimes you can't even have a valid conversation with the parrot's owners. And you know, another reason I really like doing this, I like a break from the bullshit that's politics in this country anymore. And I don't care who you support, what party you affiliate with, none, I don't care. But this shit's got to stop. This is ridiculous. I don't know where we're going in this country anymore. I really don't. Yeah, I hear you, Phoenix. He's mad because his dinner time gets pushed up when I stream. What do we got left in this guy? Why does it seem like 9 minutes and 51 seconds takes a fucking forever? What? No. You're looking around for the birds, aren't you? Oh, they're gone, buddy. They're gone. They're gone. I know you missed them. No.
What's going on, dude?
You got more hair in your ears than I do. Then again, I think he's actually older than I am. That's a good look. Hey, honey. Hey, honey, I'm going to go take a shower with the parrot, or with the bird. Why don't you come in and film us? You really don't have to speak like a bird to get them to talk like that. You really don't. I mean, he's being encouraging. I get it. It's a little annoying from an adult. That's actually really good, Maddie. Bravo. Bravo. Well, you know, I think we're all that way with our pets, to a point, aren't we? I mean, I see people dressing their dogs up and their cats up. You know, I think we all are a little obsessive, and we all go a little overboard with our pets. And there's nothing wrong with that. We should, because they love us absolutely, and for no other reason, just because they are. I really don't want to know what that shower looks like when he's done. No! No, don't do that to the dog. Bad, Ronan! Bad! Sorry for the ear rape. I like that. That's cute. It just seems like his videos take it forever. I would have probably clipped this at 4.5 minutes. Listen to me, who does 2-hour live streams like a dumbass. I have no idea what they're singing to the bird. I'm confused.
Hello. Hello.
Wow. That's weird. Oh, look how pretty. Aww.
Are we talking about Bucko? He's my man. No. I came across him when I was house sitting some dogs, because I work with dogs. And the girl basically was like, just ignore the bird, he doesn't do anything, just sit there. And like a few days in, he goes, blah, 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 blah. So I call her and I'm like, oh my god, your bird is talking, he says a lot of stuff. And she goes, oh good, he likes you, you can take him.
Wow.
Like, excuse me?
That's extraordinarily generous.
And so I started doing all sorts of research.
It looks like they have bonded really well.
Started watching this.
I love when they were running through the desert and the birds flying after her. Aww.
Bucko loved that until he didn't. And
How cute.
It's been all a roller coaster from there.
I like this channel. Oh, this could be interesting. Let's dive in here a little bit. Hopefully we'll break it up in enough that she won't get all upset. But let's watch. I would be so nervous doing this. Oh my god. I would be freaking out. We never clipped our birds' wings so they could fly free and fly away forever. Because clipping wings is cruel. Oh man, this would just make me scared as hell. But it would be amazing. Aww. Oh, she has a green wing. Oh my god. Or is that an Amazon? I can't tell. I think it's a green wing.
I stalked Dave and Jamie. I did a consult with them. I had already done all their videos, but was still having some aggression issues with Bucko and trying to understand how to work with that. They were talking about doing a free flight trip, and I was like, oh, well, maybe I can come with like, who is this girl? And so I chased them all the way down to Moab. It's been fun going ever since.
Moab, I can understand why you do it there.
I hope they like
Expanse,
me. Working with Bucko's
space
has been a challenge.
Goes on forever. No people, nothing. It's beautiful there.
With like what's accessible, and he's a bird. You can't expect perfection all the time. So his previous
and what do birds like to do? They like to fly. That's their nature.
Tearing up like the
oh, that's amazing.
Boards and the cabinets. And then she
I love this.
Maybe fine for a little while, and then getting him to just step up
it's
with
kind of tearing me up a little bit.
A whole different world. I have lots of scars. Love bites. But now I
beautiful.
can read his body language, and the flight has really helped because he gets exhausted really quickly. He doesn't
Exactly.
scream. He's just super happy and content all the time, and it's worth it 100% of the time. I was frustrated with someone the other day.
Respect, girl, respect.
And when I get
You're awesome.
frustrated, I get like really kind of loud and giggly and just like, wah! And so of course in the background, Bucko's going, wah, 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 wah. And he goes, even your bird is upset. I said, yeah.
I like this woman. She's bubbly.
So he's a funny dude. On this trip, I really like.
And anybody that dedicates this kind of love and time to their birds, I just have an amazing emotion for.
See Bucko gain more stamina.
Oh, look how pretty! Look how pretty!
In his life, he's really learning how to navigate the wind now and come in and make his own decisions to really enjoy the flight versus just back and forth or boomerang. He's really learning to just like
enjoy
fly for real.
I would still be nervous that they would find themselves enjoying it so much that they would just take off and you'd never see them again. And there's really nothing you can do to stop them. Once they take off in a place like Moab, there's really nowhere. There's everywhere to go. That is so fucking amazing. I love this. And she's beautiful. Or he's beautiful, I'm sorry. This is Bookie.
He was very frustrated with me all day. He wanted nothing to do with me because he was exhausted from flying.
Which is exactly the point.
Like, you woke me up at the crack of dawn.
We do the same with our children, and we do the same with our dogs and cats.
For this
Especially our dogs.
But okay, I love you, Mom. Just scratch my head and don't move. And I promise I won't bite you. Today, I didn't bring his cage so he's not so, like, cozy and happy in his home. And hopefully he'll want to just get out there and have fun. With the other birds.
I didn't know this existed. This is bloody amazing.
He did really good yesterday.
I mean, Moab's kind of a trip for me, but I love the it's beautiful there.
How much he really got out there and kind of explored a little bit. Not a whole lot of long flights, but he's still working on getting his stamina up. So that makes me happy. You know, he's not a spring chicken. Completely sure, but he's at least 17, possibly 24-ish, so not sure. And he wanted nothing to do with me, but I really got brave and got him out of his cage and just started slowly building a bond with him.
Exactly, that's what you do with any pet, but awesome. Really awesome, because apparently the original owner really didn't have much time and much use for the bird, so the bird spent most of the time in the cage.
And trust and
which is a shame. Birds need to fly. They need to be out. That's why I ended up having to give them away. I just couldn't do it. Now, this was all before COVID. If I had known COVID was coming, that would have been different. But being at work 12 hours a day or more just wasn't conducive to, coming home, letting them out, making sure they got their exercise and they got to fly around a little bit and they ate, it just wasn't. I think they're far better off. I miss them, but I think they're far better off where they're at than pre-COVID here.
Training through the bars because he was quite aggressive at first, and touch training, and yeah, he finally warmed up to me, and no one else in the house understood. Everybody.
Look at the colors. Look at the colors on that parrot. Oh my God, it is amazing.
He took a bite personally, but he's a bird, and it's what they do sometimes, especially if you don't read their body language and give them the respect that they deserve.
True, I can't disagree with you.
I wouldn't know if training
I've
him
got
is a
scars.
challenge because of his age, because I've never had another bird. He is my first bird since he's rescued, and not rescued, but rehomed. And his previous owner loved him a lot. She did have a...
Yeah, there is a difference between rehoming and rescue. There's a huge difference. So please use the word
Very
correctly.
strong bond with him. If I ever get another bird, it's gonna be really.
She loves it, and she gets exercise herself. I'm loving this. This is awesome.
Help that bird become well-rounded, hopefully very social, and not so temperamental with their behaviors. But I also think that, you know,
You are totally right, Maddie. I totally agree with you.
I also have a background in dog training because I work with dogs and I've rode horses, so I do understand some animal behaviors, but not as in depth as I've had to really embrace with Bucko. He's a fragile creature. He's a very, I don't know. I've been bit by a dog before.
So have I.
Bucko's bites worse.
Yes, I can imagine.
Good morning. Good morning.
How pretty. He's like, let's go, Mom!
Bird. Bird. Thank you. Bird, bird, bird.
They love sunflower seeds. But you really need to limit their consumption. Look how happy he is. And the camera work is amazing. I love it. Oh, look at that! Look at that! He's like, no, Mom. No, Mom. I'm not coming in for a landing. Give me a minute. I'm enjoying this too much. Here we go. Here we go. I'm coming. I'm coming. Hang on. Aww. That's so cool. I love that. Good for you, man. Good for you.
Today went so good. It was super awesome. His stamina is up. The wind is helping make it a really fun day because he doesn't have to work so hard.
Oh, I'm sorry, folks.
So.
I don't need to look at their little code.
I would absolutely come out with David Jamie again. It's so much fun just working with the birds.
Oh, that's so cool.
Exchanging knowledge and.
Oh my God! And be out there with other bird owners. Oh, that would be so much fun. I highly doubt there's anything like that in Ohio. I highly doubt it. That's free. That's open like this. Oh, that was. I like that actually. I really want to check her.
All right, Jinxie. I need you to help me out with it. This, okay? You're gonna be awesome. You a good boy. You do everything right.
Green wing. Or sorry, blue and gold. Duh.
Hey guys.
Lack of caffeine, dyslexia. I can't tell colors.
We have noticed and getting a lot more emails about birds becoming a little bit more needy than normal, over-attached, even had some signs of separation anxiety happening, and yes.
Like that.
Needy and attached and all the things. And that some birds are even stopping to self-entertain, which means stopping to play with toys and kind of becoming solely dependent on their human for their source of entertainment and companionship. So what I thought would be really cool, as much as spending time with our birds is important, doesn't mean that they should depend on you 24/7.
I agree with that completely.
If your bird won't play with toys, I'm going to show you today how to train it.
Cool. I like this.
You're going to help me, right? Right, Toad?
Where were these channels when we first bought birds?
No. Perfect.
15 years ago. Alright.
A little FYI about this, I am currently holding a contest from June 20th to July 20th, 2020, lots of 20s, where if you find a Bandit Boy sticker, this is him, this is his design, his merch design. If you find a Bandit Boy sticker in any of my toy boxes that you order between that time, you are automatically a winner. There's going to be 2 winners, and you win 2 consultations with Dave and I, plus my family-friendly parrot formula videos for free. So really, really excited. Check the video description for a link to all my toy boxes. The more toy boxes,
I'm going to check her out.
the more entries you have. On your head.
This is the kind of content I wish we would have had when we first got our first bird. We had no idea.
The whole time. Oh, sorry, bud. If you win and find Bandit in your toy box, please make sure to take a photo and email it to me, info@birdtricks.com. Alright, so some of you may be wondering, why do we give our family-friendly parrot formula packages 1 and 2 for free when we offer our consultation packages? And the reason that we do that is because those really set your foundation. They make better use of your time with us on a consultation. They just make it more effective to talk to us at that point if your foundation's already in place.
Sorry, sweetie. I'm really more interested in your interactions with the birds. Sorry, I'm not trying to...
Now, Jinxie plays with toys already, but he hasn't been great about it lately because he sees me all the time, and he's like, hey! Yeah, and he calls me Bubba, and he goes, Bubba! And he gets really excited when I'm around, because I mean...
Max, or Coda, our blue and gold, used to, when Liz would come in the house, he knew immediately Liz was in the house. And she would come around the office door, she would stick her head in, and he would go, hey, baby!
Who doesn't?
Didn't do it to anybody else, just Liz. He loved Liz. I don't know why.
I brought along some toys that I thought we would mess around with. My favorite in my line, one of my favorites, because I do love them all, is the kebab line. Now, Jinxie has not been playing with my kebabs, which really breaks my heart because these are Tucson Comet's favorites. So, I want to make them Jinx's favorites. So I brought along some toys. Well, I brought along some treats, is what I meant to say. And within these kebabs, there's these little holes in the center. Hope you guys can see that. I'm going to just stick a pine nut. Do you see that? Into that hole. Come here, Jinxie. Don't try to talk and sweet talk me this whole time. Get over here. Get over here. You know what? I forgot my most important tool ever. My target stick. Oh. Stay right there, Jinxie.
I've never seen that show,
Alright.
be honest with you. I'll have to check it out.
Come on. That's what I'm going to say to you. Come on. Alright.
And I guarantee you that fanny pack is full of treats.
So,
I
if
guarantee
the bird is
it.
target trained, you can just bring them closer to the toy through target training so that they learn not to be afraid of it. Because a lot of birds, they're just scared of toys. So teaching them that it's no big deal.
Aw, how pretty.
You're not going to win me over with your talking. Come on. He's saying, come on. Come on. Because that's what I say to you when I want you to fly or do something or not be distracted. Jinxie. Jinxie.
Sorry, it's a little slow action here.
Oh boy. Okay, so the other thing I'm going to do here, because this isn't enticing enough, and he's just trying to get reinforcement from me, and my reaction...
I can see that.
I need to stop reacting to you, because you're so stinking cute. It's really difficult to do. Is I'm going to, if you guys can see that, I'm stuffing some little treats in there. I'm going to make him give them out. Come here, Jinxie. No, just shakes your head no at everything. Come on. Seriously, come on. Come on. Come on, you scaredy bird. Are you too scared? Are you scared? Come on, come on.
He's got a lot of pink around his...
Bubba. Bubs. Come on, look.
He likes the small stick.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, we're gonna try a different method because you're being lame.
Motivation level Theo.
Come on, Jinxie. This wood is so soft you can literally push stuff into it.
That's interesting. I wonder what kind of wood it is.
Hey, Jinxie.
Hey, Jinxie. probably would cut the tag off, but that's just me. I don't think the tags are really meant to be part of the toy. Just the...
So it's really about getting your bird to...
I love the tree in the background.
as much as possible.
I used to use the clicker. I got 2 of them. They do respond to that very well. She's pretty good. Ah, I hear it. Sounds like a parakeet. Pop. Pop, 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 pop. Cute.
So there I actually clicked when he dropped it, and I should have been clicking when he first picked it up. So make sure that you're not make sure that you're not clicking and rewarding for your bird stopping to play.
Correct.
Versus starting
Yeah, I know
to play.
exactly what she's talking about.
Because that's really what I want, is I want the starting to play.
Cool.
So let's see if he gets it this time without any encouragement.
Good boy.
He found one of the nuts in one of the others.
Good boy.
What else do I want?
It's funny because her tails are so long.
Okay.
Constantly knocking shit off the table.
Okay. No, come over here. Either this or this.
No, I want you to hold me, Mom. Oh, I have so many of those D-rings. My God. From all the toys and shit we used to buy. All different kinds of sizes.
Good boy. Good job, Jinxie. Good boy. Yeah. Oh, that fell out of there. I'm going to put that in there. So Jinx responds very well to praise. He's more praise-driven than food-motivated right now.
That's interesting.
Good boy. Good boy, Books.
I don't like giving him all these treats. That's just my only thing with this kind of training, but I know what she's trying to do. I get it.
It's not a piñata. Good boy. You getting it? Yeah. There's a reason to celebrate. Which one are you gonna play with? Play with them. And touch any of them. You get treats for touching any of them. Good boy. Good job. Some of them don't have any treats. Good boy.
It is a bit of work. It really is.
What's going on here?
It gets really rough when you are rehoming or rescuing a bird. Bad habits from previous exposures. They're really hard to break.
He is throwing stuff off the table. I trained you to throw everything off the table. I'm supposed to be training you to play with toys.
You don't know how many of these toys I've bought over my lifetime. Oh my god, exactly the same shit.
You do.
Every time we would go out to Phoenix, we would come back with an entire suitcase of shit just for the damn birds. And we didn't go out with an extra suitcase. We had to borrow one from my parents. Very methodical.
You got a treat for that one. Did you?
She missed one. Any interaction with the toy. Click, treat. Interesting.
Come here. Find it. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah. So that was jackpot.
Please check the video resolution. The current resolution is blah, which is not optimal. Well, thank you very much. I don't like being optimal.
You understand what I want yet?
We are anti-optimal.
Good boy. She knows what good boy means. Didn't even need the clicker that time. More. Get it.
Oh, and they can just...
That was so good.
I love it.
That was so good. Get it. Good boy.
You'll give them a toy, you'll wake up the next day, and there'll be splinters of wood all over the bottom of the cage after they've destroyed it.
More. Good boy.
Yeah, I'm curious what kind of wood that is.
Jinxie. Good boy.
And trust me, these toys are not cheap. And they will destroy them in just a matter of days.
You're doing awesome. More. Get it. Good job. Good boy. Did you just say good boy? So he's doing better with the phrase. What a good boy. Good job, Jinxie.
She's good. She's good. I like how she handles them.
Alright, so you can see how this would transfer to the cage. Although I'm showing you guys on this tabletop so that it's easier to video, you could also have this hanging in the cage, use the target training in the cage, and then also do all that in current.
He still wants mommy.
Their cage, so
He still wants her attention.
But this should transfer to when you hang this sort of same material in their cage for them to play with. Oh my goodness, you just want to come.
Of course he does.
Good boy, Jinxie.
That was good. I like that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What happened?
Jinxie, what have you been up to in your cage, bud? What have you been up to in here?
There we go. That's what we like to see. Toy destroyed.
Oh.
That's a nice cage. That is a nice cage. Damn, girl. Woo! Oh, and they're outside, too. This is cool.
Who did it? Did it in your aviary? Good boy, Jinxie. Good boy, Bubs.
Update. Amazing. Amazing what a day does. A day of training.
Anything at all?
Nope.
What have you been doing with your life?
Aww.
Yeah. Well, very impressed with yourself. Who did that? Bubba made that mess? Another tip for training your bird to play with toys is by setting it up for success. So all of our birds have favorite perches or places to be, whether it's on their play stand, foraging tree, or inside their cage. I know that with my birds, I often see a pile of poop in one spot because they just have a favorite spot that they like to hang out. So find that favorite spot and make sure that a lot of toys are put there to encourage them to play with it. A lot of the times when I notice that certain toys in my birds' cages aren't being played with,
He was, wasn't he?
they're in a spot that my birds
If he could have patted himself on the back, he would have.
Switch around toys and put them in new places for my bird, and while keeping in mind where my bird likes to play with.
Altitude adjustment.
That usually leads to my bird discovering new toys. Even if I put a non-favorite toy in a spot that my bird loves to be in, he's most likely to play with that toy versus going to a different spot he doesn't like as much to play with a toy that he really likes.
Correct.
Those of you with really small birds like budgies or parrotlets, I know it can be incredibly hard to get these little guys to play. I find that preening type toys where it's very stringy and they can find little pieces are very appealing to small birds. So one of the things that I do is I will often lay this on the bottom of a play stand and sprinkle it with some millet. So the bird not only gets used to the textures of finding millet inside, but also gets used to separating the little areas of the toy to look for the food inside, and then they usually end up just chewing on the toy itself, whether you're hanging it around the play stand or having it on the bottom.
Very smart. Very smart.
Keep in mind that toys don't have to be a certain way. They don't have to just be in the cage. They can be on or around the cage. They can be on or around your table or wherever you frequent. You could have a bowl of toys that you pull from when you're hanging out with your bird watching TV. There's a lot of variety of ways to use.
And they do they so react to reinforcement. It's
Keep in mind
amazing.
too, when you go to train your bird to play with a toy, that simply accepting it being close, looking at the toy, or just merely touching it, even if it's a ooh touch, get it away, as long as your bird is making contact or accepting the toy in some way,
praise
go ahead and click and heavily reward.
Nope, you're
Make
right.
sure that you're implementing jackpot rewards for when your bird takes that first chunk out of the toy. As always, another great trick, because we're dealing with such social flock dynamic animals, is when you play with it, they want to play with it. If it's yours, it's theirs. Anything that the human is interested in, the bird will become interested in.
I will agree. I'll attest to that. I'll use Maddie's term.
Kind of like Jinx was
absolutely agree.
Beginning. Pay more attention to the toy itself, and eventually they'll come and get curious too. If your bird
this is a little slow content, but I thought it was pretty interesting. This girl's pretty smart. Very good tips. I think you can use them. You can transfer those to other animals.
And a lot of birds love having their meals with their humans and vice versa. So if
we always did that. We'd all eat together.
Food, I would recommend having a toy on that counter or that platform so that your bird just gets used to seeing it, and then gradually bring it closer, 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 and closer until it is accepted within that area. And then simply encourage it and maybe start putting food towards it, put food on the actual toy itself, whatever you have to do to encourage your bird to play with this. Another example would be getting your bird to play with its food. I know it doesn't sound like something you would naturally want to encourage, but using whole carrots, whole pieces of lettuce, or whole pieces of cabbage or squash or zucchini and hanging those from your bird's cage and letting them just destroy it is a really great fun way for your bird to learn to play with eventually toys, because they can often match the texture. There's some really hard squash out there that you could eventually use, or pumpkin is one of my favorite things to use during the holidays, and have my birds carve their own pumpkins. I absolutely love doing that.
I love that idea.
Encouraging that sort of natural foraging or natural playing is a really awesome thing for you to do. And not that all of you have toucans, but for those of you that do have toucans and arisaries, it's really fun to give them whole melons to play with as well, or half a melon so they can go at it and have a lot of fun. Those are also ways that you can take natural things and make them into toys. for those of you that have multiple birds, some of you may have birds in your flock that are naturally inclined to play and destroy toys, while others just sit in their cage and do nothing. One of my favorite things to do is take a partially destroyed toy from one of my birds who's really good at it and give that to the bird who's not naturally good at it, because it's already open and destroyed enough that now I can create a forager out of it very, very easily. So sometimes you can use part of your flock to help the other part of your flock. I also have noticed that when I house my birds together and give them something that they really like, they'll often see one bird paying a lot of attention to a toy, and it'll usually create some curiosity for the other birds to check it out as well.
Blue and golds are so gorgeous.
And my macaws especially, if they see one of them is doing it, the other one usually wants to join in. So again, birds are very social creatures. If they see somebody else doing it, it's most likely that they're going to want to try it too. One last tactic that you guys hear me talk a lot about in regards to other types of...
Sorry, I'm just letting her ramble because she's really... I find her really interesting.
Happen to catch your bird chewing on some sort of part of toy or even its own perch, try to click and go over and give a positive reinforcement of some sort to let your bird know that was an awesome behavior. I would love to see more of that. Whether it's when your bird is on a play stand, maybe there's a certain time of day your bird.
All right, I think we're gonna end it here.
Chewing on his play stand.
Sorry, young lady, I don't mean to interrupt you, but Daddy needs to go use the facilities. But here's her webpage, their webpage. I think it's a group of folks doing this. So give them a like, a sub if you can. Some of this may not be all that interesting to you. I apologize, but I enjoy the birds. I miss the birds, and I love seeing what other people do with their birds. So we don't do many FID videos. We do maybe once a week, once every week and a half or 2 weeks. Not sure what we're doing for the rest of the week. Friday, please, Friday, try to show up at 3 o'clock. We're gonna have another moderator's choice, hopefully, if we get that all squared away, and let our own Karate Joe drive the bus, and we shall see where we will end up. Anyway, thank you everybody for coming. I appreciate you, and it's great spending the day with you. Sorry, it's been a slow day, but hey, it is what it is. Okay. Have a great night. Love y'all. Be good. Bye. No, see, there's too many keys that